Hola estudiantes. This is my first intermediate video, and I'm a little excited to be doing it because I like to go in depth with the Spanish, and when I go to intermediate, I can go to a little bit more in depth with the Spanish. So the first lesson that we're going to be having is reflexive verbs. And a reflexive verb is basically a verb when you're like doing something to oneself. So that's what it literally means. It's when you have an action but the person that's doing the action is having it done to themselves. So, one of the most common reflexive verbs that you probably have heard of, all reflexive verbs have the infinitive, and we should know by now that the infinitive is a verb, like hablar is an infinitive because it has the AR ending. It means to do something. So, an infinitive always translates to do something. And it has the AR, ER, IR ending. So another infinitive will be vivir, to live, escribir, to write, comer, to eat, deber, must, poder, to be able to, things of that nature. So a reflexive verb always has the infinitive first, llamar, and then and then you add the word say to it. When you add the two letters at the end, say. That signifies that it is reflexive, which means it's done to oneself. This is one of the most common reflexive verbs, llamarse. Where do you use this verb? When you say, yo me llamo. Yo me llamo means my name is, but what it's actually saying, llamar means to call. So when you say llamarse, it means to call oneself. So yo me llamo means I call myself, and then you put your name. So that's one of the most common reflexive verbs. And like all verbs, reflexive verbs are conjugated as well. But it's the same thing as with the conjugation. There's nothing special and hard about it. So you just do your conjugation chart. So llamarse. We're going to start off with llamarse. Try that off. You do the conjugation chart. And to start off with, this is how it goes. So the yo form, because what's going to happen is this say, you're going to put it in front of the verb. And these are the beginnings. This is, I'm going to call the say. When I say the beginnings, I mean the beginnings of what's going to go in front of the verb. So for yo, it's me. For tú, it's te. For él, ella, usted, it's se. For nosotros, I'm just going to put we up here to keep it short. It's nos. And for ellos, ellas, ustedes, it's say as well. So the he, she, it form and the they form both are say. Okay? And then after you get done putting that in the conjugation chart, you just conjugate the verb regularly. So now it's me llamo, te llamas, como te llamas, llama, llamamos, y llaman. Se llaman. So, me llamo, te llamas, se llama, nos llamamos, y se llaman. So, we're going to try another reflexive verb to conjugate. And this time, I want you to pause it. Maybe get out a sheet of paper or think about it in your head. And conjugate this verb yourself. We're going to use the verb levantarse. I had to think about how to spell that. I think I spelled that right. Yeah, levántate. Levantarse, okay? So this one means to raise oneself or simply to get up. If you take a Spanish class or if you've been watching the Spanish shows like I recommended on the top 10 ways to learn Spanish in 3 months, you probably have heard someone say levántate, levántate, which means to get up. And we'll get into commands later. Okay? So take a moment to conjugate that. Pause the video. This is how it will be conjugated. Me levanto, te levantas, se levanta, nos levantamos y se levantan. Okay, so it's basically just that simple. You just gonna take the say, put it in front of the verb, put it in front of the infinitive, conjugate the say first to whatever. If it's I, you, he, she, it, we, you're gonna conjugate the say to what it's supposed to be, and then come back and conjugate the verb, the infinitive. Okay. So the most important lesson behind reflexive verbs is what they call trying to get the correct words out. I guess you could say habits or daily routine. Yes. Reflexive verbs are mostly daily routine. So I'm going to give you some definitions here. So, levantarse means to get up. Cepillarse means to brush oneself, if you please. And if you want to say brush teeth, you don't say, if you're going to say I brush my teeth, you don't say me cepillo mis dientes. You say me cepillo los dientes. I brush the teeth. And that's the same thing. You're not going to say te cepillas tus dientes. You're going to say te cepillas los dientes. Bañarse, which means to bathe. To bathe oneself. You have a lot of verbs, the reflexive verb. My favorite is estirarse, which means to stretch. You have acostarse, which means to lay down. You have dormirse. Dormirse, okay, so dormirse means to fall asleep. Dormir means to simply just sleep. So those are where those two definitions get confused at. That's a lot of definitions, right? Okay. That's not it. It's a whole bunch of them. Tomar una ducha. This is not reflexive, but it's part of a daily routine. Tomar una. You can look up a lot more reflexive verbs if you please. But I'm just giving you these. Acostarse is irregular. The O in the verb is going to change to a UE. It's called a diphthong when it does that. When the E changes to a IE or O changes to a UE. You see that a lot in irregular conjugated verbs. So that's one of them. Okay, I know the word. Don't know if I'm spelling it right. So, despertarse. So, despertarse. So, I know what I'm trying to say. But, I know what I'm trying to say, and I figured out what I'm trying to say. It's despertarse. If you can still see it. It's DESPERTARSE. And it means to wake up. So to wake up and to get up are two different things. So I wake up, but sometimes I lay down for a while, then I wake up. Let's go over the verbs. So levantarse, to get up. Cepillarse, to brush. Cepillarse los dientes, to brush the teeth. Bañarse, to bathe. Estirarse, to stretch. Acostarse, to lie down. Dormirse, to fall asleep. Tomar una ducha, to take a shower. Despertarse, to wake up. Despertarse is also irregular. The E between the P and the R is another diphthong. It's an E to a IE, if you can see that. Alrighty. So basically now, it's only Spanish from here. I'm going to give you my daily routine. It's going to have some other Spanish words, of course, but the point is for me to try to use some reflexive verbs so you can see how they're used and why they are used. Okay. And beginning now. Me despierto a las 10 o 11 en la mañana. No me levanto pronto. Cuando me despierto, me acuesto en mi cama por quizás 30 minutos, sí. Después de me levanto, yo me cepillo los dientes y me lavo, lavarse, which means to wash oneself. Me lavo la cara y me lavo el cuerpo. No toma una ducha en la mañana. Yo tomo una ducha en la noche. También, siempre me estiro todos los días. Me estiro cada 30 minutos. Me encanta estirarme. Yo hago muchas cosas durante el día. Tengo que limpiar la casa. Tengo que darle comida a mi hermano porque él no puede comer su comida sola. Él necesita ayuda. Yo juego con mi hermana a veces. A veces a mí no me gusta jugar con mi hermana. Mi hermanita. Ella tiene 5 años, sí. Yo estudio, aunque es el verano, yo estudio todos los días. A mí me encanta la escuela. A mí me encanta español y yo estudio español todos los días cuando yo quiero y cuando yo puedo. Yo ayudo a todas las personas en mi casa con cosas ellos necesitan ayuda. Y en la noche Antes de dormirme, yo miro la televisión. Primero, yo como y después de acostarme, me acuesto y me duermo. That's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, watch other videos, and please suggest more videos that you would like to learn. Things that you would like to learn for intermediate learners, intermediate learners, and beginners. Let's go over vocab one more time. Lavarse, to wash. Levantarse, to get up. Cepillarse, to brush. Cepillarse los dientes, to brush the teeth. Bañarse, to bathe oneself. Estirarse, to stretch. Acostarse, to lay down. Remember the O in acostarse changes to a UE, the diphthong. Dormirse, dormirse is also a diphthong. If you didn't know how to conjugate it, the O in dormirse changes to a UE, to fall asleep. Tomar una ducha, to take a shower. Despertarse, to wake up. I would recommend getting a journal, practice writing it, look it up, practice reading it, and then after you're done writing and reading it, don't read what you write on the paper, speak it out loud separately. Don't even read what you write on the paper, speak it as you go. Those are my little tips to you to help you learn reflexive verbs and to conjugate all these verbs too, to make sure that you have them conjugated. Website wordreference.com. It's not Google Translate. It does not let you translate sentences, but it does let you translate word by word. They also have conjugations for each form. So they have reflexive verb conjugations on there. They have present tense, past tense, imperfect tense. Any type of tense that Spanish has is conjugated on wordreference.com if it is a verb. It's better than Google Translate because not Google Translate always gives you the right type of translation anyways. So wordreference.com. And you can check your conjugations on there. Alright, that's basically it for today. Ahora me tengo que estirar.